three levels of songs that I chose. There's
Yeah.
the murder, there's the revenge, and then there's I don't want to ruin my life, so I'll let it pass.
Right. Hey, what is up, everybody? And welcome to another episode of Chris and Amanda's Song Swap Showdown. We are so excited to be here today and so excited that you could join us all here for the show. Welcome, everybody who's listening, or I should rather say watching the live stream right now over on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. And welcome to those of you that are checking us out, maybe for the first time on our, perhaps maybe on our audio stream, which is anywhere you can get podcasts. I am Chris Baglio for introductions. I am one of your co-hosts here today, and to my right, if you're watching the video, to my right is
Amanda Sharp, and I'm the other co-host. And let me tell you, I am placed in the right. If we're ever swapped, it just throws off the whole podcast recording for me.
Throws off the whole thing. Throws it all up.
So you just always align us beautifully. So you're on my left, I'm on the right. And it's a happy day.
I wonder if we ever did the show like in person. Like we would probably have to do the same thing.
Oh,
it would be
absolutely.
so weird, right?
Yes, you would have to be my person, like just in your normal spot.
We'd have to like somehow figure out the configuration, like in a live setting, that like you're here and I'm here, so that way we, like our eye lines are all.
I look a certain way, like
right.
all of our we've been trained at this point.
We have
because
been.
We are 3 season deeps. If you are a new listener here, so we've got an amazing catalog of a ton of old episodes that are still super relevant and fun to listen to. So if you're new here, go take a listen.
Yes, absolutely. And if this is your first time checking out Song Swap Showdown and you're like, what the heck is this show? Why am I listening to it? Well, we'll tell you what the show is about and how it normally works. Every week, Amanda and I swap 3 songs each with one another that we don't think the other has heard before. We try our best to make sure that it's not something we've heard before, but it happens depending on the theme. And that's right, every show has a theme, and now we've added now over the last 2 episodes, and this is a thing, and this was great, and this was brought on by our community. We loved it. Basically at the end of every single show, we spin the wheel of show themes, which are all ideas for potential show themes curated by our community and us, Man and I, and they're all added onto the big wheel. So every week at the end of the show, which is why you want to stay tuned to the end of the show, we will pick next week's show theme, and that is what every show is based on, a theme. So, the show itself is great. We always rate these songs. So here's the fun part, is that when we get the songs, I swap them, and then we rate those songs on an ever complicated scale of 1 to 5 records, with one of those, one record being a dumpster fire song. Get it out of here. Can't stand it.
Here.
It gets that. Sometimes it gets that. Goodbye. Never want to hear it again. All the way up to 5 records, which is heavenly music to our ears. Goes on the eternity playlist because it is that good of a song that we can listen to it over and over and over again for eternity.
Eternity, yes.
How about them apples?
Them some good apples.
Them some good apples. So that is how the show typically works. And then what we do is at the end of every show, we tally up our scores to see whose playlist reigns supreme for the week. They get bragging rights. Right now, Amanda, since we've started keeping track, Amanda is in the lead with 3-1. Your record is 3-1 right now, and my record is 1-3.
I think all right, so Tony Donato, who is listening this morning, he said, I think since you guys have been rating, you guys are trying to be like nicer to each other. And I was like, is there some truth to that? So my ratings are my ratings this week. I mean, they always are, but they're real, like for realsies.
They are for realsies.
They're
They
for
are for
realsies.
realsies. Yeah. So we got a lot of people checking in today, and we'll get to that in a second. So yeah, if you're watching or listening live, please feel free to check in the comments. Once again, whether you're on YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook, we love the comments. We love the audience participation, and play along as we go. As we talk about each song, let us know what your rating could have been or would have been if you were sitting in our seat, because we would love to know. And also, what other songs we maybe should have discussed today. So, Amanda, what is today's
Oh,
show theme,
okay.
which was picked by, well, the wheel picked it, but it was submitted by community member Tina Johnson. Thank you, Tina, so much for today's show theme. Amanda, what is today's theme?
Today's theme is breakups. Breakups. Good, bad, and different, but breakups. And I would say buckle up for this one because Chris's song choices are totally different than mine.
Wow, shocker.
I seem like a psycho this week. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, your songs this week. Yeah. So we did breakup songs, which by the way, so if you've been following the feed, we did do another breakup songs episode, but that was focused mainly on the 80s. So it was just
Yes,
80s
yes,
breakup songs.
yes.
Whereas today we're pulling songs from all the eras, but I would say mine definitely came from more like the
Mhm.
2000s.
Sure.
I think pretty much all my songs kind of came from the 2000s. And I'm not sure the ages of your songs. I feel like they
All of
came
mine
from.
would be post 20 or 2000 as well. So we're in the same, we didn't mean to, but yeah, we're in the same decades-ish, the last 20 years.
Right. Okay. So there you go. So we're in the last
Mhm.
20 years. So if you want to check out the 80s version, go back a couple episodes and you can check that out. So, real quick, let's check in with some of our friends who are saying hello to us this morning. Of course, Mr. Australian Ian from Australia. Hey, I'm here at the earlier time. Obviously, the show's being made for me now. I hope you had time for breakfast. Yes, we are. If you're watching live, we are an hour earlier than we
Cheers.
typically are, due to the fact that I got to skedaddle and get to the doctor. So that's happening
That's
today.
priority.
Yeah, Mr. Dave Mattingly. Good morning, swappers. Good morning, our friend,
Mm.
Mr. Dave Mattingly, one of our Buy Me a Coffee VIP supporters. And if you'd like to become a VIP supporter like Dave Mattingly, just if you're watching this, scan a little QR code on the screen, and that will take you to link to our Buy Me a Coffee page or our tip jar if you'd like to, if you
I
think we're
feel
doing
like
a good job.
I'm in the prime real estate to do this, like
You
right
are in the
there,
prime real
right
estate.
there.
Yeah, you are right there. So thank you, Dave. Appreciate it. Mr. Forkboy Tony, good morning. Thanks for making me get up early on the last day of my vacation to get me ready to go back
It means so
tomorrow.
much to us, Tony. Thank
Yes, thank
you.
you, sir. I appreciate it. And let's see. And so Ian already submitting his 3 songs for his Aussie breakup songs are "So Beautiful" by Pete Murphy, I Hope I Never" by Split Ends. Nice.
Ooh,
And Evie
interesting.
Part 3 by Stevie Wright. Good
Mm.
calls. I like these. I'm gonna have to check those out. Thanks, Ian,
Is
for
Evie
sharing.
part 2 and 1 like other girlfriends?
Evie Part 2 and 1. There was Evie 1, Evie 2, and now there's Evie 3. Yeah.
I love it.
And Chris Edwards, hey, how are
Good
you? Good morning.
morning.
Thanks for checking in with us. Appreciate you. All right, Amanda.
Let's
We've
do this.
got yeah, our songs couldn't be any more polar opposite of one another.
Get
And yeah,
out!
you definitely are like
Going to
this
jail.
is yeah. I tell you right now, Marcus better never, ever, ever cross your path because so listen, Amanda's a big true crime junkie. I mean, I know a lot of people are, but Amanda listens to true crime. She watches a lot of horror movies. And then so these songs, I'm not exactly shocked by the content of these songs. And I think Amanda purposely listens and listens because you're just trying to figure out how to get away with it. Should it happen? how,
Listen,
how am I going to get away with it?
we all must be prepared. We never know what life will throw us.
Always be prepared.
That's just
Always
not
be
about
prepared.
revenge. That's about everything in life.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. Yeah, so you went all revenge and I went all like super emo and like sad boy.
Yes. Ballads,
Yeah,
ballads.
I'm all sad boy breakup songs, and you're all like, how can I ruin this person's life either by murdering them or just burning them? I'm just gonna burn their life.
There's the 3 levels of songs that I chose. There's
Yeah.
the murder, there's the revenge, and then there's, I don't wanna ruin my life, so I'll let it pass.
Right. I'll let it pass. I'll let it pass. Oh boy. All right. So we're going to dive into this real quick. If you'd like to join our community and be part of things like get your idea on the Wheel of Show
Mhm.
themes and continue the conversations, because we do continue the conversations after the show. Feel free to join our Song Swap Showdown backstage group. It's a private Facebook group, completely free to join. If you'd like to join, just scan that QR code. It'll take you right there. And if you're listening and not watching, then yeah, please use the show links in the notes and you'll get access to everything that we are talking about on today's show. Amanda, who is going first today? Me or you? Should we
You
flip
know
I
what?
don't have a coin. I was gonna say, "Oh, flip a
I
coin." I don't have a
In
coin.
the spirit of murder, why don't you go first?
In a spirit of murder.
I'm
Mur
all sorts of wrong.
Yeah. Alright, so you alright, so your first song that you swapped with me today
I did.
is Carrie Underwood's Two Black Cadillacs.
Mhm.
Now, you have given me plenty of Carrie Underwood songs before.
Yeah.
I've probably listened to Carrie Underwood more because of the show than I ever have in my entire lifetime, which
Mhm.
was, I think the number was 0 probably.
Yeah.
Um, but I would say out of a lot of the country artists you have shared with me throughout the time of doing the show, Carrie Underwood has come up a lot, and I've actually found myself really digging most of the
Mhm.
songs. I like Carrie Underwood's vibe for sure. I think that she's just got a good vibe. She doesn't care too much. She's a little on. I like. She's a little got the edge. She's
She's
got an
got a
edge. Yeah. I think that she would have been like involved, and I don't know. And you're into the country culture, so I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like that she's kind of like what you would consider outlaw country. Is she outlaw country or is she
I
just
would
more
I
pop? I mean, what?
I would think okay, so yes, her looks and her presentation, I think, get her into that pop category, but
Right.
yes, she is outlaw. Like, I think her instinct is just fun, grunge type of stuff.
Okay.
So I think that's her people may disagree with me, and that's okay, but yes, I think that's a fair evaluation you got going on over there.
All right. So yeah, I because I don't know. She because I like that she's a little, you know, she's got the pop sensibility, but she's sort of like I said, I like her edge. I like the fact that she'll just write songs about exactly how she feels, and she tells really good stories.
Mhm.
And this song in particular did not disappoint in the storytelling category. So I'm going to separate this out because there's a
I think that's
storytelling
wise.
yeah, so I enjoyed the story of this song, which I thought was fun. It was good. I could actually see this playing out as a film. So, this is 100% a revenge song. So, once again, the song is called Two Black Cadillacs by Carrie Underwood, released on Blown Away in 2012. And this is the fourth this is the this track from Blown Away is the fourth studio album from Carrie Underwood, and she worked again with producer Mark Bright, and she co-wrote 8 of the album's 14 songs, including the lead singer Good Girl. So obviously this song is a dark tale of a scorned woman turning to murder.
Mara.
This could be a podcast episode. Just
Yes.
this is a true crime here. Um, she told Glamour magazine that her lyrics are darker than ever. It doesn't mean that she's a violent femme herself. She said, "It wouldn't be a Carrie Underwood album without a good revenge song on it," said the country sweetheart. "People really like it when I do that. I don't mean to. I don't hate men, but it turns out so well." She also told Billboard magazine that when she goes into a writing session, she sometimes adopts a character who doesn't reflect the contentment of her real life situation. "My life was wonderful," she said. "I don't want people to try and draw any parallels with those songs in my life because my life is wonderful. I have a great husband. I'm very, very, very happy at home in my life. My heart is very happy right now and everything in it. It's so much more fun to write about everything else. I live the love story at home. I don't want to live the love story at work." I love that. So here's the thing. So I thought that the lyrics to this were great. I love the story in particular, but I will say this, music wise,
Okay.
I felt two things. I felt the song was way too long. I felt like it went on for like ever. Like I'm like, all right, and it just went on for like another like minute. I was like, all right, okay. And I don't know, it just wasn't the catchiest of songs for me. So
Okay.
I liked the storytelling and I liked the lyrics of it. I thought that was great, but the music that was kind of, I don't know. I felt like it was a little ho hum. I don't know. It was a little eh. It was a little to me. I don't know. that's how I was feeling, and I've listened to it several times. You know me, I know
I do,
I
yes.
give songs, so her voice is great, and it's
Mhm.
not to say she's a bad songwriter, obviously, this isn't about that, but talking about this song in particular, I liked the story, and I liked the lyrics, but I didn't like the actual song.
Okay, that's okay.
Is that fair to say?
It is fair, and, when we'll have to do a reaction video to the video of this,
Right,
and I think the additional music makes more sense potentially in the video itself
right.
than in the song. So I can respect that point of view 100%.
Yeah, so I don't know, the song itself just wasn't doing too much for me. I don't know, it would just I hate to say it in this way, but I don't know the other word right now because it's like 7:15 in the morning. So, but I'm gonna say I thought the song was just a bit boring from a musical standpoint for me.
So you were not
Yeah.
threatened by the 2 Black Cadillacs.
No, I'm not threatened by the 2 Black Cadillacs. Here, let me play a little bit of this. So it's a little bit of a 2 Black Cadillacs by Carrie Underwood. Let's check it out really quick. She's got such
No,
a great
no.
voice.
Mhm. I love this.
I know you do. I know you do.
When you're at that point, there ain't no tears. Mm-mm.
So the thing is, the song, the record. I don't even know. Yeah, see,
It's like a choir version of
yeah,
"I just killed somebody."
yeah. So once again, I thought that the lyrics were cool. I liked the story. I liked the character. I think it was fun. I just felt like the music was a little ho hum for me. It just because it kind
Okay,
of what you hear there kind of is the whole song. I mean,
that's fair.
it doesn't really like even if I go a little bit deeper, it's kind of like this is like now 3.5 minutes into the song, and there's still a minute and a half left, and it's just kind of the same. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's just kind
Her
of the same thing.
her note linger there does last like 15 seconds. She's just
It does.
amazing and so capable of a
I
singer. It's
I
amazing.
100% agree. I am not saying anything about her
Totally
talent
fair.
as an artist at all. I think she is great. But I find it hard to give this song a high
Okay.
rating
Okay.
because of the way. So if I was to give the story on its own, I would give the story itself like pretty high marks. I liked the narrative, so I
Mhm.
would give
Mhm.
that like 3.8 or something like that, maybe 3.5 on the story. But I gotta be honest, the song, the music itself was a little boring for me.
Okay.
So that I have to take that into account.
Okay.
So because of all those factors, I
All
know it
right.
sounds like I'm waffling here, but it's the morning. I'm still waiting for coffee to kick in. Uh, but basically, I would give it a 3
Okay.
because I'm taking into effect that I really enjoy the
Great.
lyrics, but I wasn't psyched about the music. So if the lyrics weren't good, this would definitely be like a 2.5 record for me.
Okay. Okay.
Because it's not my favorite, but I did like the narrative, and that did help in my rating. So I'll give it a 3. I'll give it a
Okay.
3. I'll give it
So
3 records.
the breakable, like the breakup story behind it, good.
Good.
The presentation of it, not so much.
I just felt the song
Okay.
was a little long and boring.
Okay.
I think it could have been shortened. Um, that's all.
Understood. Understood. Okay.
And
I
it was
accept your
just a
3
lot of
records.
repetitiveness to me.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay. Okay.
Did I hurt your feelings?
Not at all.
How do I get revenge on Chris?
Never. Never.
Is it a good idea to be giving someone like low ratings when they just gave me all revenge murder songs for breaking up with them?
And
Maybe I should rethink this.
I just want to say this is
5 records. Chris, there's
this
gonna be a package coming for you in the mail. Make sure you open it right away.
don't let Rachel open it.
Only you.
Only you. No, I think this just my song list to you just shows. Remember when I say like as a different person before I became a mother? this
Are you are you
this
really
is
a different person, or is that person just like hidden for now?
it's controlled. The before Owen though,
Eh,
there would have been a box going out in the mail.
do-
I'm terrible. All right, moving on to yours before the police start coming to get me.
yeah.
Um,
Okay.
All right. Your first song to me is Screaming Infidelities by Dashboard Confessionals.
The ultimate crybaby song. This is the ultimate sad boy song.
And believe
I
me,
couldn't help it. I couldn't help it. I'm like, oh man, what song? Like, I'm like, I gotta do it. I just gotta do it.
it is a crybaby. Like it's a really sweet tune, and I felt really bad. So as you kind of knocked and brought down Two Black Cadillacs a little bit because like it just didn't hit right. Like I'm giving bonus parts because I'm like, oh, this poor guy is so
He's
sad.
just screaming his little emo
He's
heart
just
out.
yeah. Like
Screaming infidelities.
if this ever happens to Owen, please refer to song number 1.
There you go. I
I
mean,
mean, there's the difference now. There is, murdering a husband versus like, ooh, murder for your child. And this song made me think of a little bit of like, what if Owen was singing this one day? How sad.
it happens,
I
man.
don't care if Marcus is singing it, but poor baby Owen. Poor
Oh my gosh.
Marcus. We can all say it again. Poor Marcus.
Poor
Every
Marcus.
episode. Every episode. Poor Marcus. So it is a really sweet tune. And I really thought the lyrics of Will is for now, I'm gonna hear the saddest songs.
Mm,
Because when you're in a state, like if you're happy, you hear happy. If you're sad, you see sad. And so I
right.
just thought that was so relevant to just life in general that, well, for now, I'm gonna hear really sad songs. And then your hair is
Oh,
everywhere.
that line is that line is the dagger through the heart line. Like your hair,
And
everywhere.
because
Like
women's hair is everywhere,
it
right?
is the
And so
most emo thing of all time. Is that line? That lyric. There's nothing more than that.
there's no doubt that you would be absolutely finding a significant other's hair for the rest of your life, potentially. Like, just when you
Everywhere.
think you're over it, there's a hair.
There it is.
I feel like after my dogs are gone, I'll still be vacuuming dog hair. It's the same concept.
It is the same
So
concept.
I
Yeah.
just really thought that that was a great set of lyrics there. The tune is super sweet. It is
Mm,
really sad.
it is.
Really, really sad. And someone will always hurt more in a breakup. I don't think it's
Yeah.
ever equal. Does everyone agree with that? I think one will
Mhm.
always, even if it's a mutual, like, okay, it's fine, we're going to part as friends, somebody
Yeah.
still hurts and moves on slower than the other person. And this is just the slower of the two.
Yep.
And to sit back and watch, movement and life happen on that end,
Yep.
I don't know. It's kind of sad, but we got some comments coming in.
We got a lot of comments coming in.
Let's check in with these real quick.
Lot of comments coming in. Wow. All right. So here we go. So all right. So first of all, Forkboy, my three breakup songs are I Miss the Misery Hailstorm, Throwing Down by Psycho Stick, and This Love by Pantera. And I think we've done This Love before on
I
the
think
show.
so.
Yeah. Yeah. Alex Baelish checking in with, hey guys. Hey
Good morning,
Alex.
Alex.
Oh, she got to work some stuff out. I think in reference to Carrie Underwood.
I didn't
Yeah.
even see that one or me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Could be me.
Alex, leave the gun, take the canola.
Favorite movie
Yeah.
ever.
There you
Oh,
go.
such a good movie.
Yep.
The Godfather.
Let's see. Chris and Amanda will never break up.
I think so.
Thank you, Ian. I hope not because I'm like scared now. I'm like scared into
I'll let Chris know when it's okay.
breaking this do up. Yeah. Just like she told me when it was okay to start the show.
Yep.
This is Dashboard Confessional's best one. Great song. Yeah, Dave. Totally agree. Fork Boy with poor Marcus. Poor Marcus. And then that's because you women train your hair to attach to us forever. A hill I will die on.
We
Oh, yeah.
women are powerful
Yeah.
beings. I
Yeah.
cannot confirm that, but I will not deny it
Yeah.
either.
Amanda, the Underwood one reminded me of the one I think you'd like, Kathleen Edwards, Back to Me.
Ooh, I'll check that
Another
one out.
recommendation from Dave
Thank
Mattingly.
you, Dave.
All right, so let's listen to a little
Okay.
bit of some sad boy emo. Here it comes.
Such conviction. It was the hair that did it.
It's the hair. It's hair. The hair is what's he's already sad, but the hair, finding the
Hair.
hair, that was the trigger, man.
That
That
was
was a trigger.
straw that broke the camel's back.
That's it. That's it. He was
That's just
almost maybe
so
kind of getting over her, and then he
sad.
found the hair, and that was it. And then he's like,
No!
no.
It elevated the song at that
Yeah.
moment. Poor thing. Poor
uh,
thing. He's screaming. He's screaming.
poor Chris Caraba.
But at least he has music to work it out
He
through.
does. He does. He does
That's
have music to
important.
work it. He
And I
does.
think that's why music is so important to people, because people can relate to these songs one way or the other, either about death or sadness.
Yeah.
So, where does Amanda rate this song?
Where does Amanda rate
Where does
Screaming
Amanda?
Infidelities by
Yeah.
Dashboard Confessional?
Okay, so does this hit? Is this a perfect-ish breakup song? I would declare it's pretty darn close. I think that's fair.
I mean, it checks
It
all the
It
boxes.
checks all the boxes. I'd like a little bit more revenge, but
Yeah.
I think men mourn differently than women.
Listen, here's the thing. Men, I really, and obviously by the songs I sent you, we have a tendency of being really heartbroken and getting, and you say men don't emote and men don't get sad. I think men take breakups harder than I think women, because women definitely go on the revenge streak, whereas guys write songs about seeing your hair everywhere.
Which is so sad. But yeah,
So
like if a woman like beats in a truck with a baseball bat, you're like, oh, everything's fine now.
yeah,
Men don't do that. Well, when they go to jail, women
there you
can get
go.
away with it.
There you go, Krista. Men don't look for revenge like women do.
Mm.
I agree with that statement, Krista. I think
Mhm.
that is much more a female tendency. And then we write songs about like screaming infidelities, something like that. We cry in ours. We write cry sad boy songs.
You know what I really want somebody to do? And maybe there's already songs out there that exist. I'd love to, well, and I guess if someone's dead, they can't, but
Right,
like write a song from the perspective of a woman who's did that to them.
right.
Like, would they change the
Yeah.
story? Would they have tried harder? Did they think their lady was capable of putting them 6 feet under? Like, I would love that perspective in a song. I think it could be funny, maybe emo. I don't know.
Maybe emo.
I would love that perspective of like, man, I should have known better, or I didn't know she had it in her.
That would be good.
Because women do have it in them.
They do absolutely have it in them for 100%.
All right. So back to, where do I rate this song?
Okay, where
Yes.
do you rate this song?
It's got everything for a breakup song, in my opinion. And the tune itself is good. The passion's in the song. There's some desperation in the song.
Mm,
So, as far as this show goes, I don't know that
right,
I would have given this song this rating outside of this show, but the show theme dictates where my score goes. I'm
right.
giving this a 5 record for a breakup song. 5 records.
What?
The tune is, I think it would get old listening to it. Would it be on my forever playlist? No. But for this show's theme, I think you nailed it. Well done, Chris.
Thank
5
you.
records.
Thank you. I will take your 5 records, and I appreciate them.
You're welcome.
I got to get that. I don't have that horn sound anymore. For some reason, I've got this now. So for some reason, that showed up. I love it. All right, so I thank you
leading.
for the 5 records. I appreciate that, and that
You're
puts me in
welcome.
a lead right now.
Yeah, solid
Um,
2.
Solid by a solid 2 record score here. So 5-3 right now. I'm feeling good about my chances today.
Yes, you are. You should be.
All right, so Dave Mattingly. Dave, Amanda, my wife used to joke that she'd never divorce me, but every now and then becoming a widow sounded pretty good.
So that's Marcus. I tell him, hey, go to bed. We'll try again in the morning. Like,
Yeah.
divorce isn't an option anymore.
Will those 5 records console your weepy broken heart? I don't know. They might.
They might.
They might. Right now, I'm feeling very consoled.
I had to
All
go
right.
fragile.
Yeah. All right. So your second song to me today.
Yes. Yes.
So this was actually interesting, this one, because I gotta tell you, the artist seems to go by 2 different names now.
Oh,
By
I
the
didn't
way,
even realize that.
neither did I. But when I was looking it up, she seems to have 2 different. So we're talking about Montana Taylor, "Letters to the IRS," right? But then, like, when I was looking it up, she seems to have like another. So I don't know which one is. I don't know if Montana Taylor's uh, the new song, like her new name, or if it's what was the other one? I saw because it came up and it's like the same songs on Spotify twice, same person, just the name's slightly different.
Gotcha. I know her as Montana Taylor, so interesting.
Yeah. So anyway, maybe she's going as Montana Taylor right now. But I think she was going as like Mia Taylor or something like that.
Okay. Someone said something to her and boom, here you go.
I forgot what I gotta look right now. Oh, Danny Taylor. Sorry, Danny, Dani, Danny Taylor.
Oh,
So
either option is cool.
so it looks like she's got two accounts. One is Danny Taylor, one is Montana Taylor. I don't know which one is the newer alter ego, but anyway, same song though. Same person.
Letters to the IRS.
So Letters to the IRS. So this is a newer song that came out in 2022. There's actually not too much. She does have a website, but it's not like she's got
Yeah,
like this
it's
huge career or anything
for
like
sure.
that. So I guess seems like a newer artist. How did you find this song? Where was this on a Pandora playlist thing?
Absolutely. It was like, a Carrie Underwood Pandora station that
Mhm.
just kind of, yeah, here we go.
You had the Pandora station revenge
Algorithm.
music.
True crime for women.
So when a man, they're like, "Here's how did you know she was going to kill someone?" Well, the first piece of evidence is the playlist entitled "Revenge Music."
Don't think I didn't think about that when I was searching on Spotify for these songs, and it's like revenge for women, revenge. I was like, "Oh my gosh, Marcus, please don't die unexpectedly." Like, yes, I would miss him, but at this point, I also don't wanna go to jail.
Yeah, because you don't want to do what happens in your third song to me.
No,
You got to
this
think fashion. You
I don't wanna wear stripes.
don't want to wear stripes.
My
All
thing's
right.
always been get Owen to 18 before I go to jail.
So Letters to the IRS. This is actually a funny. I had a. This was a fun song. This was funny, and this was to me an original more of a like this song and your last song are much more in the country tradition of like
Mhm.
revenge songs for sure,
Yeah.
and much more in the fun side. So this song is very much about not killing or murdering the man, but this is about basically burning his entire life to the ground and letting him live. And basically, I loved it. It's just like calling the IRS on him for not paying taxes and for spending money in all these spots. And yeah, I wrote a letter
Well,
to the IRS and told him you don't pay your taxes. Sent a message on Instagram now. I'm friends with all your exes, and if you think I'm losing it, well, maybe, but you ain't seen nothing yet. I'll show you crazy.
well
This is 100% the inner workings of Amanda's mind right there. You
Well,
ain't
and
seen nothing yet.
no, and the trigger was, like, he called her crazy, like, it's like a phone moon, you get
Yeah.
crazy, like, that is the wrong thing to say to a woman, don't call her crazy. I'll show you crazy.
Oh, I've learned that the hard way.
Right? Come on, men, if men are listening, never call your lady crazy.
You are looking for a class A stabbing or your tires getting popped. Like you're oh, my tires are flat. How did it happen? I don't
I don't
know.
know. I'm so not this bad of a person, everyone.
Oh, someone keyed the side of my car. Who would have done that? I don't
I have
know.
no idea. I don't even know how to
Yeah.
do such a thing
Yeah.
as my Google search says, how to key a car.
If
Oh
this
my god.
Tony, if only this was what I'd have to deal with if I ever hurt my wife. Yeah,
See? So you're telling me she's a song number 1 type of person.
I think she's a song number one. I think she's a combination of song one and probably song two.
Maybe do 1 first
Yeah.
and then wrap up with a
Yeah,
2,
there it is.
2.
Hell hath no
Mhm.
fury like a scorned woman. Yes, Krista, I agree. And
Mhm.
that is this song because it's literally I'm scorching your earth and letting you suffer and wallow in it.
In every way.
Yeah, every way. And done to like honestly like kind of it's a very ditty type of a
Very
song.
much.
It very much is. So let's check out a real quick little bit here of Letters to the IRS by Montana Taylor.
Told them you don't pay your taxes. Send a message on Instagram.
Send a message on Instagram.
With all your exes. And you might think I'm losing it. Well, maybe. But you ain't seen nothing yet. I'll show you crazy.
That's right.
There it is.
I'll show
There
you
it is.
crazy.
I will show you crazy. That is 100% you. Amanda with that laugh. I'll show you
Yes,
crazy.
I'll show you
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. So you're saying that if I ever plot a murder, I could host a breakup song shows if plausible denied. Oh, wait a second. You bring up a great point, Dave. Wait a second. I think I just fell into a trap here.
Or did Marcus? Marcus, again, please do not croak. I will have so much
Oh.
explaining to do.
All right. So where do I land on letters to the IRS? So even though I don't think that Montana Tal, I mean, Carrie Underwood and Montana Taylor are in two different categories,
For sure.
right? But I will say that I did enjoy this song more than the Carrie Underwood song. Even though it's not 100% my flavor, I did have a fun time listening to the song. It was good. It was good. I don't know if it's a 4-record tune or a 5-record tune, but it was the lyrics and the ditty bop of the song make it fun. So I would go with a 3.8 on this song.
Okay.
I don't know if I'd necessarily listen to it again, although I might. I don't know. I mean, it's on our playlist, so it'll come up. But I did dig it. So
it's very country.
It is very country, which I don't mind. You know, once again, not my favorite genre, but I don't mind good country stuff. I've been known to slip into some country tracks that I dig into playlists, and then Rachel goes, "What is this?" And I go, "It's a song. I'm doing research for the show. Don't about it.
It's a ditty. It's a ditty.
It's a ditty." But no, I like the song. I thought it was fun. So yeah, "Letters to the IRS" by Montana Taylor. I give it 3.8 records.
I like it. Okay, so that is taking your scoring to me as 6.8, and you're at a 5, only because I haven't did your second song.
Yes,
which is incidentally got the same word in it, "Letters to You" by Finch, as opposed to "Letters to the IRS." So
yes,
the reasonable man wrote a letter to the person
Yep.
instead of to the IRS. There seems to be a difference here.
Yeah.
All right. So how do I like this song? All right. So your first song was my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
This song was my second favorite. So
Okay.
they kind of went in order of my favorite.
Yeah.
That
Well,
probably came at no surprise.
No surprise at all.
I didn't think so. So this is definitely more edgy than the last one. And you know what it made me think of? I know we're going to say poor Marcus on this again, but when he was in basic training, we wrote letters to each other, and we had been married for many, many years already at this point when he went into the Army.
Yeah.
And it was super sweet to get those letters from him. And we didn't get them very often because he had way less time than Owen and I. And I wrote him every single day, but he had to do push-ups for every single letter.
Right.
Like, and I don't know if it was like 20, 50, X amount of push-ups to get mail. So if he got mail on a Friday or whatever day, and there was 7 letters from me, he had to do push-ups for all the letters.
So he had to do 50 push-ups per letter?
I'm not really sure. Like, I don't remember the numbers, but he had to do, there was a certain amount of number per letter, and you had to do them to get them.
Yeah, we're changing the theme of the show. Poor Marcus is the underline of the show. I'm going to say that's the theme of the show. We should have added that to the wheel.
Oh, that is great. A poor Marcus show. I love it. Hey, and everyone, he did say, and I let Chris know this, that if we hit 1,000 followers on YouTube and we could start monetizing because we had enough watch time, he would actually make an appearance in an episode on our show. That could be the poor Marcus episode.
There you go.
So get to subscribing. Okay. So it made me think of the basic letter or basic training letters, and it just kind of was sweet. But I like the lyrics. "I want you to know I miss you. I miss you so." Like that was so, and it goes back to one person always misses the other person more.
And and it's usually the guy.
Yeah, and it's usually the guy.
Once again, it's the guy, like the sad boy. "I miss you."
I know. Well, I think you guys probably, and I don't know because I'm not a guy, but I would assume you guys like hide your feelings a little bit more about a breakup, where women like can say something to their friends or get real snotty or seek revenge. And so I think it's just natural that you guys would mourn a little differently and grieve a little differently.
Yeah, I think for guys, like, we definitely get upset, and I think we try to show good face, but on the inside, we're dying.
You're screaming in infidelities.
We're screaming infidelity. Screaming your hair is everywhere. I don't know what to do.
It's so relatable. And
Yeah.
then it really killed me when he said, "Do you notice I'm gone?"
Yeah.
That's so sad.
It
And it
is. It
makes you
is.
wonder how many of your exes like thought that.
Yeah. You don't know, it's like a lot of times it's such a clean break. That's it. It's like, hey, have a great life,
Yeah,
and you
like
never really see or talk to them again. And you're like, every now and then you wonder though, like, what are they up to? What was that person? What are they up to now? What are they like now? Like,
yeah. And with
but they're
Facebook, I
just
think you
gone.
can see it a lot. Yeah, but the
Yeah.
before Facebook, they were just gone. I mean, you didn't wanna run
Right.
into them necessarily.
No, it was just kind of, that's it, you know?
And if you did, you wanna look better than you did when they had you.
Oh, of course. Of course.
That's that extra level of revenge.
Yeah. After you get through the depressing stages of like letting yourself go, like,
Yeah. If we had a 4th song, that would have been my 4th song is the revenge of looking so good.
yeah.
So I really like this song. So where do I rate it? I think it definitely hit the scale of breakability. I think that
hmm
is really an important factor for me this episode. But I don't like it as much as the first song. So I'm gonna
Okay.
make this one like a 3.9. I can't put it
3.9.
as a
Okay.
4, but I think a 3.9 is super fair.
Okay. All right. So let's check out a little bit of Finch's letters to you. I love this band, by the way. This record that came out too. This is the only one record. They did more records, but I miss you. I miss you.
Over and over, I miss you.
I want you to know that. So yeah, this band. So I love this band, and they've put out other records, but honestly, this first record they did, is the one. This is the record. This is the one with all the hits. It's a great record. Check it out. I'm telling you, it's banger after banger.
Banger.
Banger after
banger.
banger. All right, so I received your 3.9. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Because I know what it's all leading up to, by the way. So I know where this is going.
You had to make provisions.
I had to make provisions. I had to front load my list, knowing
You did.
knowing that I'm going to get a score that's going to drag everything down. I'm already anticipating it. I'm already anticipating it. So, all right. Well, thank you so much, Amanda Sharp, for that rating. All right. So your final song to me is Stripes by Brandy Clark. And for a minute, I was like, oh, another Brandy Carlisle song. So I just, I'm so used to getting Brandy Carlisle songs from you.
I love her.
But it's not. It is Brandy Clark. So this is the first time I've ever gotten a Brandy Clark song from you. I don't even know who Brandy Clark is. How did you come about Brandy Clark's Stripes? Where did you hear this song? Is
That
this another
same type
Pandora
of
pick?
Pandora recommendation that
Okay.
the algorithm is strong with me.
Algorithm is strong with you.
Strong with me.
Love it. Okay. All right. So this song, coming off of her record, 12 Stories, released in 2013. Now, I didn't know this, but so thank you to songfacts.com. Once again, we always say that if it wasn't for songfacts.com, 95% of the show would not exist. So thank you for songfacts.com for providing
the factual stuff
research.
Maybe wouldn't exist.
Yeah.
We would just pick up stuff.
Yeah. The research that we do on the show, courtesy of songfacts.com. But I didn't know this. So she was already a successful songwriter, by the way, in her own right.
Yes.
She had a number one hit, two number one hits by the band Perry with Better Dig 2 and Miranda Lambert's Mama's Broken Heart.
Both of Almost which were on my list.
Yeah. Yes. I would imagine it would probably almost have been on your list.
Yeah.
This sounds right up your alley.
Really close.
Right up your alley. Yeah. And Dave Mattingly checking in with Chris, you might like Brandy Carlisle's Raise Hell. That was actually one of the songs reviewed in one of the past episodes, Raise Hell. You gave that to me. You gave me Raise Hell.
I love Brandy so much.
Yeah. I know you do. You're a huge Brandy Carlisle fan. I you've given me so many Brandy Carlisle tunes. I wouldn't say I've become like a huge fan, but I definitely have like, oh, it's Brandy Carlisle. I'm very much more receptive to her.
For sure.
Her style.
Her style.
But talking about Brandy Clark. So Siri Rose, this is off her first solo record, 12 Stories, released October 22nd, 2013. This song tells a dark but humorous tale of a woman who decides not to murder her cheating lover, as prison uniforms aren't flattering. Clark told Billboard magazine that song seems to push a lot of buttons with a lot of people, women in particular. It's kind of a fantasy that I thought of. I just caught you cheating on me. I'd shoot you right now, but I'm too vain. I don't look good in orange and I hate stripes. I can deal with prison, but I can't deal with that part of it. And it's probably the most fun song on the record. The song features the rather cool lyric, "There's no crime of passion worth a crime of fashion." Brandy Clark said, "I wish I could say that was my line when we were writing it. I wrote it with Matt Jenkins and Shane McNally. Shane and I both remember when Matt said that and how obvious it was, but none of us thought he just says it, and we were like, oh yeah, that's going in the song." So I thought that was a really funny. I think the whole song is, yes, it's very humorous. It's dark humor. It's great. I definitely, and I think there's a music video for this. I got to check out the music video for this. I don't know. Have you seen the music
I
video
have
for this
not
song?
seen the music video for this song.
I got a feeling the music video for this song's probably up there with. I mean, I could just picture the whole, like, stripes don't look good on me, and all. And the only crime of passion is the crime of fashion. Like, it's great. It's great. I this is my favorite song out of the three
Fun.
songs. Yes, is my favorite song out of three. I thought that everything about it was good. Once again, when Carrie Underwood, I do put into a class on her own because I just find that her voice and what she brings is just different.
Yeah.
She's definitely a country superstar.
Yes.
Whereas, Montana Taylor is obviously a very young, up and coming artist.
Mhm.
And Brandy Clark, a successful songwriter for sure. And listen, I'm not saying she's got a bad voice. I'm just saying when you compare people against Carrie Underwood, it's different. But I like what she's doing on this song. I think it is fun. It's cheeky. It's a good ditty.
It's a good ditty.
It's a good ditty. So let me play a little bit of Brandy Clark's Stripes right now, so you guys can get a little flavor of it. Little flavor.
And while
of
you're
Stripes.
like gearing it up, I don't think it's the guilt that prevents women from the fear of guilt prevents women from killing. Right. It's the consequences. It's only the consequences.
Yeah.
I'm not speaking for all women, I should say.
Not speaking for all women, just some.
Disclosure.
Yeah.
I can fall in love with a prison guard. I can sell cigarettes in the prison yard.
I can sell cigarettes.
I'd be owning that prison.
Right.
I could pick up trash on the side of the road, but I'd die if I saw someone I know in chains. It's the clothes that's stopping me.
Oh, it's so great. I hate stripes.
And orange ain't my color.
Orange ain't my color. Orange is the new black.
If I squeeze that trigger tonight, I'll be wearing one or the other.
Yeah, I love the whole
There's no crime of passion.
like it's very like traditional like country. It's fun.
It's a ditty for sure.
It is. It's a fun ditty. I dig it. So I would give this. I'm giving this one a solid 4 records.
Okay.
For sure. I think it's a fun song, and it's a good take on the revenge stuff. With like, yeah, I would totally want to murder his cheating ass, but I don't want to go to jail because I don't want to wear stripes and orange ain't my color. Like I find that very funny. It's very, very funny.
It's the small things in life that prevent us from doing something insane.
Yeah, exactly.
Which sounds awful, but very truthful.
But very, very truthful. Very truthful.
I like it. All right. So I received your 4 records, taking me up to 10.8. You were at 8.9 before going into your third and final song to me, which is The End of Heartache by Killswitch Engage, which we've had them on the show before. So listen.
Here we go.
All right. Here we go. I don't like this song.
I didn't think you would. It's once again, it's very metal for you. This is way out of your comfort zone, but
I'm gonna keep it straight to the point. I don't love it. There's that throat hurt yelling, not just the yelling. Like it's not the yelling infidelity, it's the hair. There's not that. Like, no, this is like the like ow. And that's not my style. But I would say I do like the lyrics. If I had to pull something positive from it, where there's, am I breathing? My strength fails me.
Mhm.
And it made me think in that line when I could get past the yelling is it's amazing how weak love makes strong people.
Does.
It really like how can love bring somebody down and cause so much more pain than sometimes physical pain? It's insane to me that love does
Right.
that.
Yeah. Well, it is a very powerful, powerful emotion, you know. If you
Yes,
watch the
because
movie Interstellar, did you watch Interstellar with Matthew
no,
McConaughey?
no.
Love is the only thing that transcends time and space.
It truly can do like, how does love do that? So, it is amazing that something that is not physical can
True.
cause so much pain. That is not a
Yeah.
heart, is not a body thing, it's an emotion. The emotion itself causes pain.
Dave Mattingly, you heard it first. Amanda hates love.
Love stinks.
Mhm.
I'm really psychotic in this episode. I'm not gonna probably rewatch it. I the thing is, like, I love really hard,
Right. Well, I think
and
yeah,
then
yeah, and then
and then
when it
I
goes
like a
bad,
lot.
yeah, and then when it goes bad,
Yeah. I guard the love, though.
right.
And that's
The
why
the
Marcus is stuck with me forever and
the
ever and ever, and when I say that to him
Endeavor.
yeah, and when I say that to him, he's like, "Oh, why me?" "Because I told you to marry me, that's why."
Why me? Why me?
We can also name this episode that, "Why me?" So, where do I rate this?
Okay.
I'm gonna come in. I don't hate it, but this is like barely squeaking by with a 3 record rating.
Oh, wow, I feel like you're being generous there.
If it was a regular episode, it'd be below, but because I do think it hits my criteria that I
Right.
set for breakup songs. So I'm going to give it a 3, which means you are the leader of this week, 11.9 to my
Wow.
10.8. You
Wow, look at
moving
that.
up in the scale there.
I did. I went up. I
You
went up. Let's listen to a little bit of End of the Heartache. How can Howard's voice here,
well, this is the
so
thing.
operatic.
It sounds good and then it goes nuts.
Sleep brings relief and the hope of a new day. Waking the misery of being without you. Surrender.
See, that's where it starts
That's
throat
that's
hurting.
that's where it loses you.
That's I'm like, why does he gotta yell?
Well, it's still higher than what you gave Knock Loose. So,
Yeah.
all right, it's a great song.
And we've got some ridiculously funny comments that just came in while we were listening to that. So
We do.
let's take
All
a
right.
little time
All right.
to just enjoy those for a hot second.
All right. All right. So let's see. Sorry, Chris. This may be my phone nervously awaits Amanda scoring. Oh, okay. Just saw that. Chris, your hair is everywhere. Amanda, your blood is everywhere. Oh, Dave with the zinger today. Your blood is everywhere.
I mean, I'd be smarter than that, just saying.
That would be a good shirt.
There we go.
There you go. Oh, yeah. Tony relieved with your rating.
I
Wasn't a 2
know.
record, wasn't a 1 record. Oh, Mark Ronnie checking in. So glad I made it before you all finish up. Mark, welcome. Good morning. Yes, we're a little early today.
You may not want to re-listen if you want to keep your opinion of me.
Yeah.
Listen with caution.
A humorous tale of almost killing a man. Yes, that perfectly sums up Stripes, by the way, Dave. By just going back a little bit too. So everybody was just
Oh my
checking on your
gosh.
story about Marcus and the push-ups. So Ian, Amanda, beautiful story. Letter writing
Mhm.
skills. Letter writing kills social media technology. Agreed.
Mhm.
And Tony, Ian, beautiful story. Marcus, she just wants to show off pictures of her buff husband.
Just quick story. Like he had to lose a bunch of weight. The weight requirements for the military is pretty low for I think a
Mhm.
man. And so he was very thin when he entered. Wasn't my
Right. Yeah.
So no bod there. Prefer
No
a dad bod.
Dad bod, huh?
Dad bod.
All right.
So Chris, you were the winner.
So I am the winner
Well
of
done.
today's Song Swap
Well
Showdown. I have bragging
done.
rights for the week.
You
That
are the
now,
king of breakup songs.
that now, I am the emo boy. I am the sad boy, screaming infidelities. So that brings my record, since we've been scorekeeping, to 2-3, and Amanda's record at 3-2.
The gap is
The
closing.
gap is closing. The gap is closing 100%. Okay. Well, I get bragging rights for the week.
You do.
I am the winner. All right, so let's do this. Let's go over to our Dave Betta showdown. 2 hosts enter, 1 host leaves.
This show is getting more and more crazy every episode.
The blood is everywhere. Sorry, Chris. We always do that. That is true. All right, here we go. All right, so let's do our song, our wheel of themes. Picking Song Swap Showdowns. Let me start that over. Let's go over to a wheel of themes. Still early, man. Doing the show an hour early is just, it's a whole thing. All right, let's go over to our wheel of themes. Today, we're going to be spinning the wheel to pick next week's show theme. Amanda, should we spin the wheel?
But first, we want to say who sponsored the wheel today.
Very good. Thank you.
Because this is near and dear to your heart.
That's right. That's right. So, yes, today's Wheel of Show themes sponsor is the band Torment of Giants.
What a name.
They are today's Wheel of Show themes sponsor. Definitely check them out. They have a brand new single out right now called Darker Colors, coming off their newest record coming out July 25th. Lionheart and Paper Tiger single is available now on all streaming platforms. And as I said, the album is available for release on July 25th. They'll be hosting an album release event at Factory Records on August 5th. Limited copies of vinyl will be available for purchase, as well as free giveaways. And this, by the way, Factory Records is like literally right down the street from my house, like 5 minutes away. So for those of you in the New Jersey area, New York, New Jersey area, you can take the train from New York. It's very, very easy. It's like literally the Dover train station's 5 minutes from Factory Records. They're going to be performing live and joined by special guests, also performing Pellegria of Jersey City and RP of Rahway, New Jersey. Limited space available. Advanced tickets are available for purchase on tormentofgiants.com or through Factory Records. Definitely check them out and stream right now. Darker Colors, check it out. It's also on our Instagram page too, TikTok, Facebook. It was my music pick of the week last week, so check that out now. All right, Amanda,
let's do the wheel.
Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel.
God, I love that.
All right, here we go. Let's spin the wheel. Let me get the wheel up here. The wheel is here, ready to be spun.
Let's do it.
All right. Once again, this week's show theme came courtesy of our community member, Tina Johnson. So thank you, Tina, for suggesting breakup songs. This was your show idea. Let's see who idea we're picking next.
Let's do it. Oh.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Gamification is so much fun.
Let's see. Oh. Back in time. 1970.
This was dig the 70s.
Yeah, this was one of our picks. This was a CNA pick. That's
CNA.
That's CNA. So back in time, 1970. So that means songs from the year 1970.
I can do this.
Featured in 1970. All right. Boom. Let the suggestions begin. Yeah.
No whammy.
Yeah. So let the song suggestions begin. Ian, yes, he's excited. All right. Yeah. So back in time. So that's right. Next week's show theme will be Back in Time, featuring the year 1970. Well, Amanda and I will each be swapping 3 songs each from the year. I was not born in that year, by the way.
No,
but I do like a lot of music from that time period.
So. That's a fun decade musically. I like it.
Yeah, exactly. So we are very excited. So let your song suggestions begin. We will post this in the Facebook group. Throw your suggestions up there. We would love to know what they are ahead of time. And a lot of times too, sometimes your song suggestions wind up on our list. So do not be shy. If you want to join that Facebook group, get in there now. Have some fun. Scan the QR code on the screen or use the links in the show notes below and join our Facebook group. Completely 100% free to join. And if you love what we've been doing here today and you'd like to buy me a coffee or tip us or whatever you'd like to do, once again, scan that QR code on the screen or use the links in the show notes and become a VIP member, much like our buddy Dave Mattingly. Thank you, Dave. And once again, thank you to our Wheel of Show theme sponsor, Torment of Giants today. Check out Darker Colors right now. Their new single on Spotify or any streaming platform. Go to tormentofgiants.com. That link is in the notes below. And get tickets if you're in the New York, New Jersey area. Get tickets for that record release show at Factory Records on August 5th. It's going to be a good one. I will 100% be there. So,
fun.
Chris and Amanda's show.
We'll be represented.
We're represented. We will be there. We will be there. Representing. Amanda's coming out for that one. No. Amanda, please come out for that one.
I would love to.
That would be amazing. All right, everybody. Well, that wraps up today's show. Thank you, everybody, so much. Oh, here we go. Dave, at 1970, year, not the decade. Correct. That is correct, Dave. The year 1970, not the decade. Yes, 100%. Just to clarify.
Going Nation.
Yeah. Going Nation. So, all right, everyone. Thank you so much for listening today. Thank you, everybody, for checking in today. Forkboy, Dave, Ian, Mark Ronick, Dave Mattingly, Krista, and anybody else. Oh, Alex checked in with us earlier.
Yes.
Yeah, so anybody else too that was watching or listening live, thank you all so much for hanging out with us today. We appreciate you. Please make sure you hit that follow button wherever you are listening or watching the show. And also, think about doing that for your favorite creator as well, because it does make a huge difference. Numbers matter in the ever-growing game of podcast and live streaming. So your favorite creators, we all need those numbers to help get discovered by other people who may like the show. So hit that subscribe or follow button wherever you're listening or watching to the show. We appreciate you very, very much. Amanda Sharp, any last words? And we love you too, Tony.
Love you too, Tony. Thank you so much.
Buddy.
Love you all. Love you all. I won't murder any of you.
I promise no one's getting murdered.
No one.
Those are your last words? I'm not murdering anybody.
It's like before I get put to death.
I didn't murder anybody.
I didn't do it.
The blood was everywhere.
The blood and hair was everywhere.
What about the blood and hair and everywhere and the revenge playlist? It's just a phase. It was a phase.
Coincidental.
Circumstantial evidence. You can't prove anything.
Poor Marcus. That could be a final word. Yeah. Poor Marcus.
Poor Marcus. All right, everybody, have a great week, and we will see you next week for 1970, the year that was a good year for music, I suppose. We put it on there for a reason, so.
Absolutely.
All right, everybody, cheers. See you next week. To get notified every single time we drop a new episode of Chris and Amanda's Song Swap Showdown, just hit that follow button wherever you get your podcasts. If you're interested in becoming a sponsor of the show, please use the email address in our show notes and we'll get right back to you. And last but not least, please feel free to follow us over on our social accounts on Instagram and TikTok at Song Swap Showdown, or join our ever-growing community in our Facebook group by using the link in our show notes. Thanks for listening.